So when I hit about 47,
So let's assume you love your husband, but recently that emotional reflex you feel when he walks up and touches your shoulder, that's no longer desire. It's annoyance, or depending on the day, borderline rage. You freeze. You feel your body instinctively recoil before your brain even realizes what happened. Because right now, intimacy feels less like a romance novel and more like an unpaid internship you never applied for. You want to fix it, but you can't. You can't even figure out why it broke. And stop listening to your head. It's not because you're 20 pounds heavier than on your wedding day. Your libido vanished because your fuel tank is empty. But if you stick around for the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the 2 specific fuel sources your body stopped making. I'm going to tell you why doctors ignore them. And I'll give you the exact protocol to refill the tank so you can actually want your husband again.
Just when you think you've seen it all, Viking throws you a curveball. Holy shit, I did not see that coming.
So when a woman finally gets around to calling a hormone clinic like mine, Viking, it's always the same story. They're terrified. They think their marriage is dying. They feel guilty because when their husband initiates, they want to crawl out of their own skin. But the catalyst that really got them to call was the fact that they started questioning whether they even cared anymore. The good news is, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be watching this. And here's why it's not your fault. You've been purposely misinformed about the importance of hormones in your quality of life. The problem isn't your spark. The problem is testosterone. Yes, testosterone. I mean, you knew you had some, but nobody warned you about what happens when your body stops making it. See, testosterone is the driver of sexual desire in the female brain. So when you hit your late 30s or 40s, your production just falls right off a cliff. And if you want to make things worse, your estrogen jumps right out that cliff with it. So let's connect the dots. Estrogen is the equipment hormone. It keeps everything downstairs healthy and functional. No dryness, discomfort, wincing. Testosterone's the desire hormone. It's the one that makes you want to take that equipment out of the garage and take it for a spin, which means if you have no testosterone, you have no desire. And if you have no estrogen, you're not going to have fun. So the translation is you're trying to pretend like something's fun when it's not. It's something you never wanted to do to begin with. So yeah, you'd rather watch paint dry than have sex with your husband. So you finally get around to going to your doctor. And what do you hear? It's just part of aging. Have a glass of wine. Or my personal favorite, here, take this antidepressant. And you have to understand that an antidepressant can kill whatever tiny sliver of libido you had left. Think about it this way. If your car's engine light comes on because it's low on oil, you just put a piece of tape over it and keep driving? You just accept that cars just stop running as they get older? No, you put oil in it. That's exactly what's happening to you. Your body's running out of the stuff that makes you feel like a woman. So stop listening to your hippie neighbor.
just smoke this and you won't care about that hormone shit.
What you need to do is refill the tank. So what does that process even look like? First, we stop guessing. You get lab work so we can see exactly where you're deficient. Second, we build a protocol using bioidentical hormones. And you might say, why bioidentical? Because they match what your body used to make on its own. And they do it so closely that your body doesn't even know the difference. We balance your estrogen, testosterone, progesterone. Every plan is individualized. What you'll get is what you need. And the results? Usually somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks, the check engine light goes off and all systems return to full operational status. So stop suffering in silence. Stop avoiding your husband. And stop feeling guilty for simple biology. And you don't need to do more research. This is pretty cut and dry. You just need to know what your numbers are. So if you're ready to fix this problem, just call a reputable clinic like Viking, because getting old is inevitable. But feeling old and looking old, that's a
Vikings here, make it right, make it right.